Hi, this is Jonathan. How you guys doing? Today we're going to feature a guitar from James Tyler. Now, this is an old one. Now this is the Mongoose Special 2004. I want to thank Clement from Guitar Series 7 Plus for passing me his guitar for review. Now this is a pre-loved guitar from James Tyler. The previous owner did some modification, especially to the pickups, but other than that, everything is stock. So this is the Mongoose, and there's a history behind the Mongoose. I believe they started doing this back in the mid-90s, if not mistaken. And back then, it was really something else because it's quite unique, having a sort of a Telecaster kind of shape with a less polished kind of layout, and then retaining the Tyler neck headstock, and a 25.5 scale length. So this is not a 25-inch scale length like what you find in most Les Paul. This is like a Strat, it feels like a Strat. Sometimes sounds and plays like a Strat, but it's got different configurations. Now it went through a whole lot of different iterations, like having P90s, having 2 PAFs, and all sorts of pickups configuration. This one, 2004, as far as I can tell, I do not know what is their stock pickups, but what the previous owner did was to swap out the stock pickups with some interesting pickups, which I'll talk later on. So basically, you have a Quilted Maple top, a really nice Quilted Maple top. And I believe this finish is called the Honeyburst. I may be wrong, but I think this is called the Honeyburst finish. You have mahogany side and back. You have a mahogany neck, right? You have an East Indian rosewood fretboard with fat and tall frets and a black Tusq nut. You have Sperzel's lock-in tuners right over here, all right? Sperzel lock-in tuners, and the iconic Tyler headstock. All right. Nut width is about 41 mm, so it's really easy. I believe there's a compound radius going on here, but I might be wrong. I believe this is a 9.25 all the way to 12 inch, and this shape is a fat 59. I think it could be a medium 59. Yeah, it could be a medium 59. Anyway, you had all that, and then what else? You have the body now. You have a 3-way pickup selector, just like how a Les Paul would be, but then you have this iconic shape here, like a Telecaster, and then there is a 2 sets of volume and tone. Now, right here you have a push-pull where you can actually split coil these 2 humbuckers if you want to. There's a stop tail with a Tune-a-matic bridge right over here. Now, these pickups are from Instrumental Pickups. They are the Decomp Series. And it's interesting because they are not like your usual humbuckers. They have very, fact is low output, and non-compressed. So you actually hear the tone of the guitar. That's what this pickup is made for, is to represent as purely as possible the tone of the guitar, and I think it does a fantastic job. So it has a humbucker-like quality, but yet retain a single coil quality at times, especially on the bridge pickup, depending on how you play it. And I kind of like the sound, even though I'm not too used with that low output, but yeah, tone-wise, it's really interesting. So yeah, cool. Now the split coil, for me, it doesn't really matter at all because the output signal is way too low for it to be any use, in my opinion. But for those of you guys who just wants a really nice scoop, clean tone, yeah, the split coil will do its work. Now the back looks like a Les Paul. All right, so I don't know, maybe they did get into trouble with this with the Gibson company, but I'm not too sure about this. Right? Maybe you guys can enlighten me. And what I see, the condition is really good for a 2004 guitar. I also forgot to mention that these pickups come with flame maple wood pickup covers. Really interesting. Yeah. All right, check it out. And there is some blurring on the stop tail, but this can be easily rectified, or you want to just keep that look. The guitar is actually well kept and well maintained. I don't find any flaws in it. Of course, you find very little, like like little indication that this has been played through. But other than that, the guitar is actually quite well maintained, right? And even then, at 2004, you still have that the famous James Tyler rollover, which makes this guitar so easy to play. So yeah, coming back to the playability of this guitar, easy to play. I love playing on this guitar. This is just so comfortable. And again, I'm not too sure about this. This could be a fat 59 or just a standard 59. It feels like a standard 59 to me, right? Then again, you know, my hands are always confused. Sound-wise, cool. You know, like I said, these pickups are really interesting. You get different sounds and different feel. It makes me play differently, and that's what I like. Again, the output is kind of low, but you know, if you find that these pickups are too low for you, you can always swap these pickups for another set of pickups. Now, the Mongoose is kind of hard to find these days, but you can find this. You have this available at Guitar 77. So you let me know what you think about this guitar. Leave your comments in the comment section first. All right, let me know first. It'll be good because try to comment like after the video is released, because I used to hang around like an hour or so, you know, and I might just answer your question there and there. But guitars available in Guitar 77 Plus. Now all the description is in the description box, so check them out, including the specs and the contact of Guitar 77 Plus, so you can write to them, or if you're in Singapore, call them up, make an appointment, try this guitar. Nice. Alright, like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, press the bell for notification of future videos, and follow and be part of patrons to support this channel. I would appreciate it. I want to thank all my patrons for the wonderful love, the wonderful friendship, and the support. Thank you so much, guys. Now, I've been trying to put captions on my videos as much as I can, basically in all major languages like German, English, German, French, Italian, Japanese, and Chinese. So I'm working my way through with the help of a AI assistant. So we'll see. I'm trying my best to kind of get this going on, so that you know, you guys won't be guessing what I'm saying and stuff like that. Yeah. So in the meantime, take care of yourself, and I'll see you real soon. Au revoir.